Hey everyone, welcome to Wild Breakaway with Mike Greenlay. I'm Audra Martin. When the Wild and the Stars went head-to-head just a few weeks ago, the Stars suffered their worst loss of the season, a 7-0 shellacking. So we knew tonight they were probably going to be hungry for a little bit of payback. They jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and that was about it. The Minnesota Wild took over from there, walking away with a big 3-2 win and 2 huge points on this trip down south to the Lone Star State.
There was payback. It was the Wild paying them back for the comeback earlier on in the year when the Wild had something like a 3-0 lead. So, yeah, there was payback.
There you go.
It just went the other way. That's all right. Yeah, the Minnesota Wild, I mean, they had to withstand a lot of pressure early because they ran into some penalty trouble. And, you can't do that on the road on the second night of a back-to-back with travel. But their goaltender came in. Devin Dubnyk was phenomenal, and that's what you need. You need your goaltender to step in and be a wall for you when things aren't going well. And then you've got to pay him back by coming out in the next period and showing that you want to thank him by doing something well. And the Wild did do that. They came back. They tied the hockey game, and then they battled through the third. So a lot of good signs in that hockey game about a team that just doesn't want to give up.
And they celebrated Zach Parise's 1,000th career game with a big win. He didn't find the score sheet, but we know he has an impact regardless. Here's a look at your final stats. Yes, the Wild were outshot by the Stars. They took few too many penalties, but they killed 5 of 6 of them off, which is a good sign for the PK here lately. They go for 2 on the man advantage, but that's all right. That continues to be a strong suit for the Minnesota Wild. Overall, a huge win for the Wild against the Central Division foe, and that means we've got a happy head coach tonight in Dallas.
Well, first of all, it was a huge win. We knew coming in here, we're playing a rested team, that we had beaten pretty good the night before or the time before, and that it was going to be, a real man's game tonight. Then you get behind 2-0, but once, even when we were behind 2-0, I thought, hey, we're there. And then once we got the 1 goal, the bench livened up, and I knew they were going to be in for a tussle the whole game.
So the Wild will look to keep the momentum going as they return home to kick off a 4-game homestand, and it all starts on Sunday with another Central Division showdown against the Colorado Avalanche. Then it's the Vegas Golden Knights, the Rangers, and they'll wrap things up on the 15th against the visiting San Jose Sharks. But first things first, that battle with the Colorado Avalanche, another big one and another tough challenge. The Avalanche right now, one of the top teams in the Central Division in the Western Conference and the top-ranked offense in the league. So the Wild cannot afford to take them lightly at all. And they know this team well. They've taken them down twice already this year. So what do they need to focus on to make it 3 out of 4?
Well, the Wild usually play the Avalanche fairly well in XL Energy Center, so hopefully that continues for the Minnesota Wild. The Avalanche are a high-scoring team. I mean, they have a lot of firepower, a lot of skill up front, and some blue liners that can score as well. So this is the 4th best team in terms of goals scored in the National Hockey League. And the other thing I like about the Avalanche is that they're 4th in even strength goals, which means that they don't just rely on a power play. Even though they can have a good power play, it's about 19%. But the fact is they score a lot even strength. So the Wild have to be careful not to play complacent with this team and not try and run and gun with them. Play a good, solid game, forecheck hard, make them play in their own zone. That's the formula that's been working for the last few games. Why change it? Continue to do that against a scoring team like the Avalanche, and a lot of times you'll come out on top.
All right. Well, the Wild will look to make it 4 straight wins and string together those wins just the way Bruce Boudreau likes to see it done. Tonight was a big one in Dallas. We hope it continues on Sunday. We hope to see you for the game Tuesday against Vegas. Enjoy the weekend, everyone. For Mike Greenlay, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.